Dr. Shander. I believe you're going to introduce the next speaker.
Yes, for tonight's, for this evening's Accent on Academics, the project is Operation Grow Change, Growing Minds, Skills, Leadership, and Community. The York River Academy Greenhouse Project is an all-encompassing student-led laboratory. Students are creating and managing a business plan for a self-sustaining nonprofit organization. I'm going to ask Mr. Walt Cross, principal of York River Academy. He's going to now come forward and introduce the staff and student presenters. Mr. Cross.
Thank you. Dr. George, members of the board, Dr. Shandor, and division staff, and community members. We would thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit about our greenhouse project. It's a project that we were able to fund through a supplemental grant that was provided by the Virginia Assembly for charter schools. So we were able to apply for that, as well as another grant from the Walmart Foundation. So everything you're going to see tonight has been supported by grants. So that's kind of a nice thing for all of us. We started with this project because a couple things. One is that it supports our charter goals and also our strategic goals here in the division to help enhance or produce productive citizens, people who can engage real-world kind of activities, but in that safe environment of the school workshop. And so this is what we're going to present to you tonight, the beginnings of this. There are so many people that have been involved in this, students and staff from York River Academy, family members, parents, community members, Greg Dolak and his staff. But the two people that we really want to focus on are the teachers who've really taken it on and are spearheading this. And this is Ms. Veronica Warwick, science teacher, and Jamie Norton, business ed teacher.
Good evening. My name is Veronica Warwick. I'm the science teacher facilitating this student-led greenhouse operation. The students involved in this directed study course actively participate in management, inquiry, experimentation, and investigation. The course goals are to provide the students with authentic learning experiences that have positive impacts on our community and environment.
Hello, I'm Jamie Norton. I facilitate the Directed Study Business course focusing on our greenhouse project, Operation Grow Change. We are focused on the entrepreneurial aspects of creating a self-sustaining nonprofit organization. Throughout the school year, we will investigate and apply business management and accounting principles. It is my pleasure to introduce our project leaders, Tim Tidwell, Austin Roop, Will Loafman, and Eric O'Neill.
So, good evening. I'm Tim Tidwell. As Dr. Shandor mentioned, our greenhouse project, known as Operation Grow Change, we started over the summer and through the end of last year. We started out this year during the summer. As you can see in this video, we during the summer created our greenhouse structure, involved with parents, students, staff, and then some community volunteers as well. It was an all-day process. It took a very long time on a not very nice day. But we decided to record the process of setting up the greenhouse, and through this video you see our team working together to try and construct this throughout the day. We get both ends of the greenhouse up along with the side paneling. Later on at the beginning of the school year, students assembled both the doors and windows to put onto the greenhouse. On this timeline, you'll see some of the major events that we've been able to accomplish throughout the school year, which we'll go into detail on these throughout the presentation. The first one that I'd like to talk about is going to be our blueprint that we created. This was our original blueprint we created the first week of school. It consisted of 6 tables and 2 raised beds that we wanted to put in, along with sink, and eventually power would be added. So we've gone a little bit further in this blueprint and decided to take those 2 raised beds out in place of adding 2 extra tables. We decided that it would be, one, more effective for growing the plants, as well as give us more space to access those plants. So I'll step back.
Okay, so one of the accomplishments of our class is that we completed a shed in approximately 1 week, and it is used for storing our major tools that we use for maintenance in the shed, as well as other items. The first field trip that we went on was the Ken Matthews Garden Center field trip, and that was on September 20th. And the major things that we learned there was more of plant care and how to take care of them better. So the second field trip we took was the Anderson Showplace field trip. That was on September 26th. And there we learned more of the greenhouse management, how to take care of them, how to climate manage them, as well as more plant things such as pruning them. So this is the time lapse of our plants, and the large plants that are growing that you can see are the tomato plants. Behind them is the basil, which you can see on your table right there. And then behind that is parsley and chamomile. And right now the tomatoes are the largest plants we have.
So eventually, when the plants have matured enough, we transplant them into bigger pots. In these photos, you can see some of our team members working on transplanting the basil to some of the larger pots. It allows the plants more rooms to grow, and this is done once every week. So some of our ongoing activities include plant care, which is when we water and inspect our plants daily and to make sure they're doing all right. Future planning, which we'll plan to do in the future for the plants. Inventory management, where we strike to maintain an accurate record of our inventory, what we have, and plant valuation, which is where we estimate the value of what our plants will be worth. So yeah, here we have some of the current production that we have, and in the top picture is actually tomatoes, which are doing the best, and we have the rest of the herbs at the bottom picture right there. And we're planning on growing more vegetables and fruits and flowers along the way.
As you can see here is our inventory management. In the product inventory section is everything we currently own and we have in the shed as well as in the classrooms. And the purchase list history on the right shows everything we've bought in the green, everything in the yellow is what we currently have in order, and if there was anything in the red, was something we would need. Now the plant research and valuation, the top part is a snip of research we took. It contains information of ideal plant care as well as time to maturity of most of the plants, well, all of the plants, sorry. The bottom part is the plant valuation. It calculates the average cost of the seeds for the plants as well as how much we could sell them for. And the goods and services we are striving to provide are the K through 5 field trip that we're organizing to involve K through 5 students, and we're targeting certain SOL objectives. And we also have homemade soaps, organic vegetables and herbs, fresh bouquets and potpourri for houses, and yeah, smell nice. So are there any questions?
So are you selling your products?
Yeah, we plan on selling some of the plants, well, all the plants and flowers and bouquets.
Awesome.
Where at?
Well, we're currently trying to decide who our target market is, mostly just the public.
Will we get invitations?
Have a grand opening with a sale or
Yeah.
something?
That'd be nice.
Not to put you on the spot, what's the most interesting thing you've learned or something unexpected that you didn't think that you would garner from this experience?
Well, in the process of doing this, I learned that you can take pieces of a plant and just cut them off and put them in the dirt or put them in water and let the roots grow out, and that's called plant propagation, and it'll grow an entirely new plant right out of that, so I thought that was really interesting.
You started with the herbs, and then you have a list of things that you will be producing also, the carrots, the so forth and so on. Do you foresee the size of your greenhouse expanding?
Well, we do have a raised bed that we are working on outside of the greenhouse, so yes, we definitely do see our greenhouse expanding.
Great.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks, it's a
Fantastic,
great
yes.
project.
That was excellent, excellent.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes.